Hi, and welcome you all, grade 8. After our periodic test vacation, we are starting our regular online classes from today onwards, children. Before moving on to the class, I want to share you few things and instruction for you children. First and important thing, please don't accumulate your works. Complete your work then and there. And before writing things, you must be clear that what are the things that you have to write and where to write. So, these two things I want to share to you children. So, please don't accumulate your works. At last, you are feeling it difficult. So, complete your work then and there and be clear what are the things that you need to write and where it should be written. If not, get clarity by inquiring with someone, or you can call me and clarify your doubts. So that's all from me children. Let's move on and begin today's session. Children, as a beginning, as a first class in our English classroom, today we are going to see and start with the grammar part, that is the fourth chapter from our grammar unit, that is conjunctions. What is conjunction, children? Do you know about conjunctions? Yes, let's see the definition now. Conjunction is a word or phrase that used to combine words, that is join words, phrases and classes. So be clear children, conjunction is a word or phrase that used to join words, phrases and classes. The kinds of conjunctions are coordinating conjunction, subordinating conjunction, and the last one is correlative conjunction. Now let's see a video clip briefly about the conjunctions and its types.
Conjunctions. A conjunction is a word that joins two nouns, phrases or sentences.
Now we are going to learn about conjunctions. Let's start. Do you know what conjunctions are? Conjunctions are joining words. They are used to fix together separate parts of a sentence. There are a few types of conjunction. First is coordinating conjunctions, which include for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. One can remember these words with an acronym: FANBOYS, FANBOYS. Acronyms are words one makes by taking the first letter of each word in a group. This helps in remembering better. Moving on. Coordinating conjunctions join two equal parts of speech. You can use them to connect words to words. Appu and I are standing together. Phrases to phrases. We better finish lunch soon or we will be late for the meeting. And clauses to clauses. We would have reached on time, but there was a huge traffic jam. Let's see how. In the first sentence, the words Appu and I are joined by the word and. In the second sentence, or is joining the two phrases finish lunch soon and we will be late for the meeting. In the third sentence, the word but joins the clauses we would have reached on time, but there was a huge traffic jam. These are coordinating conjunctions. There are some conjunctions made of more than one word. These are called correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions travel in pairs, joining up sentences or elements of a sentence that are grammatically equal to each other. Some examples of correlative conjunctions are not only, but also, neither nor, either or, not but. Let's see how they are used. Either I take a 15-minute walk every day, or I join the gym for a month. But not all conjunctions join equal parts of speech. There are subordinating conjunctions, which appear at the beginning of a clause and makes the clause dependent on another clause to derive a meaning. Let's look at an example. Since I have not been exercising lately, I have gained weight. The word since is a subordinating conjunction. It turns the independent clause, I have not been exercising lately, into a dependent clause that relies on the main clause, I have gained weight. There are different kinds of subordinating conjunctions that express different relationships. Some common examples are after, as, although, because, before, how, since, if, that, than, though, when, whether, where, while, and until. Conjunctions can create either loose or tight connections. For example, I haven't exercised lately and I have started gaining weight. In this example, the word and does not tell the exact connection between the two clauses. It's just connecting them. If I were to say, I haven't exercised lately, so I have started gaining weight. Here, the conjunction so clarifies the reason for gain in weight and so creates a tight connection between the two clauses. In subordinating conjunctions, the two clauses always have a tight connection. For example, because I haven't exercised lately, I have started gaining weight.
Children, I think now you might have clear about the conjunctions. Now, we are going to see briefly about these conjunctions and its kinds with examples. Children, as I told you before, a conjunction is a word that joins words or group of words. There are three different major types of conjunctions. They are coordinating conjunction, subordinating conjunction, and the third one is correlative conjunctions. Children, look at the picture carefully. Here you have three types of conjunctions. As a hint, I'll explain you all these things one by one. First one is coordinating conjunction. See the picture, children. Coordinating conjunction, they coordinate or add between two words. For example, and, or, but, etc. And look at the second one, that is subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunction, they combine the dependent clause with independent clause. What is meant by dependent clause? That is, it depends on the second part of the sentence. For example, when and while. And look at the third one, that is the correlative conjunctions. Here, correlative conjunction, they are used in pairs. For example, neither or nor, either or. That's all from the short note of these conjunctions. Let's see in detail now one by one with examples, children. Before moving into conjunctions, let us understand what is meant by phrase and what is meant by class. Look at the picture carefully, children. First, let's see about class. A class is a part of a sentence that contains a verb. We know already, children, in a sentence we will have subject, verb, object and everything. So, a class is a typical class contains a subject and predicate. So, in a sentence, when it gives complete meaning with subject and predicate, then it is known as class. Look at the example, few examples that was given for class. He must stop laughing. So here we have subject as well as predicate and it gives complete meaning. And the second sentence, they have done the job. Here also we have the subject and predicate and gives complete meaning. And the third one, Tom likes the meat. So here also in third sentence we have subject and predicate and it gives complete meaning. So in a sentence when it has subject and predicate and when it gives complete meaning, then it is known as class. So be clear about this class, children. Let's see about phrase. A phrase is a small group of words that adds meaning to the sentence. Okay, and the phrase is not a sentence. So be clear, children. Phrase is not a sentence because it won't give complete meaning with subject, verb and predicate. So in phrase, children, we couldn't see the subject, verb and predicate and it will not give complete meaning also. That is known as phrase. Children, look at the examples given below for phrase. See the first one. The information age. Is there any meaning, children? Is there any subject or verb? No. So then it is known as phrase. Look at the second sentence here, children. Earnest in her desire. So in this sentence also there is no subject and verb. So here the phrase is a word or group of words that will not give complete meaning without subject and verb. So that is known as phrase. Let's start with the first one, that is coordinating conjunctions. What is meant by coordinating conjunction? Coordinating conjunction is used to relate, that is join individual words, phrases and independent clauses. The coordinating conjunctions are and, but, or, nor, for, so and yet. To remember it easily, here the coordinating conjunctions are given in acronyms, that is short forms. So this will be easy for you to keep it remember in your mind as fanboys. F for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and at last S for so. Together it is fanboys. So for the coordinating conjunction it is fanboys. Yes, now it is easy now children to remember all the coordinating conjunctions together. Yes, coordinating conjunction means immediately you can recall it as fanboys. So now let's see the fanboys, that is the coordinating conjunctions one by one with examples. And the first one, for. For is used like because and it presents reasons. For example, look at the sentence here. We took out the umbrellas from the loft for it is rainy season now. So here it is rainy season now is a reason. So we are using for. So we took out the umbrellas from the loft for instead of because. So because we can use, but here as it is a coordinating conjunction, we have to use for. It is rainy season now. So coordinating for used like because and it shows the reason. Let's move on to the next coordinating conjunction, that is and. Look at the picture here. And is used to show addition and presents idea that are all similar, same category. When we talk about same category or things, we use and. So it is used to show addition and presents idea that are all similar. Look at the example given here children. My brother wants to be a writer and a scientist. So here the person, brother, he wants to be both. Both are related to the profession. So writer is also profession, scientist is also a profession. So we are talking about the same category, same things, similar category. So we are using the coordinating conjunction and in between. So my brother wants to be a writer and a scientist. And is a coordinating conjunction used for addition and presents the idea that are all similar. Let's move on to the next conjunction, that is nor. So the next coordinating conjunction is nor, is used to say not for negative ideas. So when we represent a negative idea with another, we use nor. And to join two sentences having the adverb not. So look at the example for nor. My father does not get angry at me, nor does my mother. So here we are showing the negative idea. So my father does not get angry at me. It's a negative statement. Nor does my mother. So here we are expressing the negative ideas with the coordinating conjunction nor. So nor represents not and it shows the negative ideas to join two sentences. So let's move on to the next conjunction, that is but. But shows a contrast and presents idea that are all opposite to each other. Children, look at the example given here for the coordinating conjunction but. We went to the theatre but we could not get tickets for the movie. So see here we are showing the contrast. We went to the theatre but we could not get the tickets for the movie. So but is a coordinating conjunction that shows the contrast, and the sentence that both will be opposite in meaning, and to join with the by the coordinating conjunction but. Let's move on to the next coordinating conjunction, that is or. Or shows an option and presents an alternative idea or choice. So, or shows an option and it presents an alternative idea or choice. Look at the example given here for the coordinating conjunction are. Be there on time or you will miss the bus. So here you can see the choice and the alternative ideas here. Be there on time or otherwise definitely you will miss the bus. So or is the coordinating conjunction that shows the choice or option that both the sentence are alternative to each other. Let's see the next coordinating conjunction, that is yet. Yet presents an outcome or contrast. So here the yet presents an outcome or contrast. The solution and the outcome, what will be? That in that case we use the coordinating conjunction yet. Look at the example for the coordinating conjunction yet. I was upset with my brother, yet I helped him with his project. Here you can see the outcome. I was upset with my brother, even though, that is yet I helped him with his project. So at last, what is the outcome here? I helped him with this project. So yet is a coordinating conjunction that presents the outcome and the contrast of a sentence. Let's move on to the last and the final coordinating conjunction so. So represents a consequence or result. So that represents a consequence or result. So usually we used to say, so this was happened. So as a result, this was happened. So look at the picture given here. Example for so. I had not done my homework, so I apologized to my teacher. So as a result I didn't do my homework, I apologized to my teacher. So is a coordinating conjunction that represents a consequence or results to be shown in a sentence. So children, be clear, coordinating conjunction are always come between the words or phrases or classes that they join. That's all from the coordinating conjunction. Let's move on to the next type of conjunction, that is subordinating conjunction. What is meant by subordinating conjunction? As I told you before, subordinating conjunction are the conjunctions that used to join two main classes. One will be the dependent, another one will be independent. That is, it begins with the subordinate class. So subordinate conjunction that begins with the subordinate class and it connects it to an independent class. So it connects two complete idea, that is classes, making one of the ideas subordinate. That is, one subordinate class will be there, one that is dependent class and another one is independent class. That is known as subordinating conjunctions. So children, listen carefully. Here is the subordinating conjunctions. First one, after, although, as if, as long as much as soon as. And the second category, even if, even though, if only, if when, if then. And the third category, least, now since, now that, now when, once, provided. And the fourth category, so that, supposing, than, that, though, till, unless. And the last category, where, whereas, where if, wherever, whether, which, and while. And now let's categorize the subordinating conjunctions one by one. First one, see here, comparison. For comparing things, these are the subordinating conjunction we used to use in a sentence. They are than, rather than, whether, as much as, whereas. Then for referring time, we have subordinating conjunctions like after, as soon as, until, whenever, now that. Then move on to the concession. Concession, we have the subordinating conjunctions like though, although, and even though. See here, children, move on to the next relative pronouns like for using subordinating conjunction in the place of subordinating conjunction, we have who, whoever, whom, whomever, whose. Then for just showing the reasons and explain the reasons, we have the subordinating conjunctions like because, since, so that, in order, to, as. And for conditions, to explain and show the condition, we have the subordinating conjunctions like if, only if, unless, provided that, assuming that. Then here for showing the place, for mentioning the place in a sentence, we have the subordinating conjunctions like where and wherever. Then relative adjective. To show the relative adjective, we have the subordinating conjunctions like that, whatever, which, and whichever. Finally, at last, to show the manner, we have the subordinating conjunction like how, as if. So, see here children, we have so many subordinating conjunctions and we have categorized under that subordinate conjunctions like comparison, time, concession, relative pronoun, reasoning, for condition, for place, relative adjectives, manner. Any subordinating conjunction we have categorized under these divisions. So now let's see an example for the subordinating conjunction to show the condition. If, using the subordinating condition if to show the condition. Look at the example given here. You may be disappointed if you fail. See here, we have used the subordinating conjunction here. If is a subordinate class, and see here, you may be disappointed is the main class here. So, which is the dependent class? Yes, the subordinating class is the dependent class. Which is the independent class? That is, you may be disappointed. That is the main class and the independent class here. Okay, so if is the condition subordinate conjunction that we used in the last. This is the case. If the subordinate conjunction if is used in the beginning, see the example given at the bottom next here. If you don't try, so where we use the subordinating conjunction, that portion is known as subordinate class. So if you don't try is the subordinate clause, and you are doomed is the main clause. So here, which is the dependent clause? If you don't try is a dependent clause, and independent clause is the main clause here. You are doomed. So this is the example for the subordinating conjunction, children. Likewise, we have to use the subordinating conjunctions according to the sentence and according to its usage. We have to use the related subordinating conjunctions for the sentence to express the categories. We have seen the categories of the subordinating conjunction. As per the category, we have to use the conjunction for the sentence to make a meaningful sentence or to join the sentence using the subordinating conjunction, children. So children, that's all from the subordinating conjunction. Now let's move on to the last type of conjunction, that is correlative conjunctions. What is mean by correlative conjunction, children? Correlative conjunctions are the conjunctions that always be in pairs. So be clear, children. Correlative conjunctions are the conjunctions they always used in pairs, and they join balanced words, phrases and clauses. For example, both and, either or, neither nor, etc. And as I told you before, correlative conjunctions are the conjunction that used to join similar group, and also it used in pairs. So correlative conjunction are always used in pairs. So be clear in this, children. And it is paired conjunction that has a reciprocal or a complementary relationship. It shows some relationship between each other. Both and, not only but also, just as much as, if then, what with and, neither nor, either or, as, then, either or, so as, the, no sooner than, hardly, when, such that, rather than, scarcely, when, so that. So here these are the list of correlative adjectives. Let's see one by one now. So children, correlative conjunctions are the conjunction that join words or phrases of equal weight. So see here, the first one, both and. Both and is a correlative conjunction. Here the mean is two options are possible. Both and means two options are possible. Look at the example, you can understand it easily. Both the office and the library are open. So we have used the correlative conjunction both and in a sentence. Both the office and the library are open. Here you can see and you can feel the equal importance of office and library. Both are open. So we have used both and correlative conjunction to show the equal weight and the importance that two options are possible. We are using both these conjunction as a correlative conjunction in the same sentence to give equal importance and equal weight. Now let's see the second one, that is not only but also. So see here the second correlative conjunction, it is not only but also. So what does it mean? It creates emphasis. Creates emphasis. So see here example, Kim is not only kind but she is also smart. So here we are giving equal importance, that is equal weight. Kim is not only kind but she is also smart. So we are emphasizing the character as not only kind but she also smart. So we are emphasizing her character here. So relative conjunction not only but also creates emphasizing. Here example, Kim is not only kind but she is also smart. Move on to the next one. Either or. It's a choice between two alternatives. So either or is a correlative conjunction that shows the choice between two alternatives. I can either bake cookies or buy a cake. So here we are giving equal weight and importance to baking cookies as well as cake. I can either, so it is a positive thing. I can either bake cookies or buy a cake. So this is the correlative conjunction, either or to choose the choice between two alternatives. Two options are there, either baking cookies or buying a cake. I can either bake cookies or buy a cake. That's all. Next, move on to the neither nor. So here either or it shows the positive things that I can do both these things, but here it is negative. I cannot, nor I cannot, to show the negative, to make two negative statements. So neither nor makes and creates to show the two negative statements. So look at the sentence here. Mark is neither a singer nor an actor. Mark is neither a singer nor an actor. So here he is not a singer and not an actor also. So neither and nor shows the negative statement, two negative statements. Okay, so next one, whether or presents two possibilities. So whether or shows two possibilities. Look at the example here. Mail is delivered whether it rains or snows. Mail is delivered whether it rains or snows. So two possibilities are there. If mail is delivered whether it rains or snow. So it shows the two possibilities of a thing. So these are the correlative conjunctions we have seen so far. Both and, not only but also. Both and shows the two options are possible. Not only but also creates emphasizing. Either or, a choice between two alternatives in positive. Neither nor makes two negative statements. And the final, whether or presents two possibilities. So these are the correlative conjunctions we have seen in this example, children. Likewise, we have to use the remaining correlative conjunctions also in a sentence and to join sentence or words or phrases of giving equal importance and weight. That is known as correlative conjunction and always used in pairs. So children, that's all from the conjunctions and its types. So today in this session we have learned what is meant by conjunction and the types of conjunctions like coordinating conjunction, subordinating conjunction, and at the last correlative conjunctions. So here the coordinating conjunctions are for and, nor, but, or, yet, so. The fanboys, as we learn fanboys, all these things are coordinating conjunctions, and subordinating conjunctions are after, although, as. These are all subordinating conjunctions. Children, finally at last correlative conjunctions are either or, not only but also, neither nor, both and. These are all correlative conjunctions. So children, now you might have understood what is meant by conjunction and the types of conjunctions, coordinating, subordinating and correlative conjunctions, children. So Do the given worksheet, find out the answer, send your answers through Teachment before the time limit. We will discuss the topic conjunctions and the answers briefly in the live session.